It looks like we're starting today's episode off with a signing. It's the man you all voted for online. In the Twitter poll, he was the clear winner. The goalkeeper was a close second, but Jeremy Tojan, the former Celtic and BVB man, will be joining the club at right back. Thank you everyone who voted, and hopefully a very good signing for the series. As it's transfer deadline day, will we make any more signings? You'll have to wait and see. No signings so far, but we're putting one of the backup goalkeepers we have out on loan to Hannover. It's transfer deadline day. The man has passed his medical with 1 hour to go. Welcome your new striker, Tony Watt. I'm just going to quickly run through everyone who we have signed, from centre backs to centre mids to goalkeepers. We've seen a lot of people out on loan. We brought in someone even on loan in Jakobs. We brought in Tony Watt on deadline day. We got rid of Borna. We brought in the man from Feyenoord. But we also have got rid of other players like the striker, but then we replaced him with Tony Watt. We brought in Tojan after he won the poll that you guys voted on. We brought in Sol back in. Massive signing, but we got rid of a man worth even more because he wasn't really fitting the style. Same with this man. But then we brought in Becker to replace him. You know, it's all balanced out into more my play style. Plus, you know, Tojan, who you voted on, Tony Watt, who maybe works a bit better to our viewership, plus myself, because we all know who Tony Watt is. But now let's get underway with some gameplay. It's now time for the first bit of gameplay of the episode. We've got an away game to start. Some debuts in the side here. You got the left back getting a debut. You got the right back, who you guys voted on, and Tojan getting a debut. You got Tony Watt on the bench. So it's an exciting episode, plus some big signings. Jakobs will maybe change his number of, but right now we're pretty happy with how the squad is looking. It's all backing. It's a lobbed ball in behind. Nielsen tries to take it down. Was trying to get that at Kirk, but no luck. We're under some amount of pressure here. We're trying to play it from the back. Got a hit on the counter. Had to try and defend, but we're 1-0 down. Not too much to note on in that first half. We've been dominating the ball, but one mistake and they scored, and just some key finishing from the opposition, and we're 1-0 down even though we've not been that bad. The number 32 tries to cut across, but offside thankfully, or we were in a very bad situation there. Ojan's on the ball here, the man you voted for. Gets it into Bayer. It's Nielsen. It's still with Nielsen, and the goalkeeper just gets it out. Very dangerous on the counter-attack this side as Jakobs has to try and get back. Ends up opening space, get a big block in there, but the block ends up rebouncing and the left winger's there to punish us. Bier cuts it in. Can Bier try to get a goal here? It's Sol back in. Oh, the midfielder gets that there, he can feed Sol back in, who cuts it across, goal, and it's Bier who gets the goal to pull it back with 15 minutes to go. The goalkeeper a bit flat footed there, doesn't get a chance to get across goal as we cut it across the face of goal. Not the nicest goal, it's a very FIFA goal to just knock it past the defence and cut it back to the man for a tap-in, but you need a goal in it. But it's time we take off Thomas. We're going to a two-man midfield as Tony Watt comes on and hopefully becomes a hero on his debut. Nielsen plays it through. It's Tony Watt on his debut, but he hits it right at the keeper. It's Tony Watt. He's run across that defence. It's across. Goal! It hits off the keeper, but the rebound of Tony Watt's shot and the last kick of the game potentially lands at Kirk, and it's 2-2. What an eventful ending. I thought Tony Watt was coming on. I thought when he took that shot there, once he got past the defence, was just that big hefty touch. I thought it was going to be his goal, but his finishing wasn't there. Hits it right at the keeper. The keeper's unlucky. He lets it out, and you know it falls at a very dangerous position as Kirk just hits it first time, and Hannover managed to get a point here. From 2-0 down, you've got to take a point from this game. We're at home against Paderborn now. They're a pretty good side. They're playing a free at the back, so hopefully that means we get a lot of space in behind against the free. Semenyo plays it on. Semenyo takes a shot, but Zila gets the catch. Jeremy Tojan bombing forward. Jeremy Tojan gives Bier that tiny bit more space by taking the wing back with him. Bier cuts it back. Kirk. Oh, and Kirk does it. He got the equaliser. And in this time, he gets the goal to continue his form of scoring so far this season by getting the goal to go 1-0 up against Paderborn at home. Does well, cuts it back. Tough angle. Maybe the keeper should be doing better at his near side. If we can clear this, it would be pretty good. Oh, what a save, Zieler. It's the number 10. Oh, and Zieler again. Wow, what a save. Now time for the second half. A very positive first half. However, Paderborn looked dangerous from set plays, but we need to focus on ourselves and try and make sure we get the 3 points here, as Thomas does so well from kickoff, and it's 2-0 right from Paderborn's own kickoff. They will be raging that that's happened. You know, they're just starting the second half. You're like, come on, we're 1-0 down, we've got to try and get back into this game. And Thomas just puts on a little bit of a press just by himself. That isn't a full team press. That was just Ryan Thomas doing his own pressing right from the kickoff. And he wins the ball back, and it's a great finish to put past the goalkeeper. 2-0. Kirk to deliver, and it could have been 3, but the goalkeeper, the number 21 for Paderborn, just keeps it out. Number 27 gets into Semenyo, and Zieler's doing really well to try to keep that number 1 jersey. We've got a corner, which will probably be the last attack of the game. Right onto the number 6, and it's Brabek, the man we brought in on a free in the summer to strengthen that defence. It's an away day this time out. Hopefully another 3 points, or at least a draw. We're also giving Tony Watt his first start over Nielsen. Just Nielsen hasn't really done much in a couple of games, even though he is our top goal scorer. I'm certain of that. I just thought he might be more effective this game, maybe off the bench. Plus, I just wanted to rotate the side where I can. So number 15, Thomas. It's Tony Watt. Oh, I thought he got his first goal for the club as Sol back and tries to get in there with the tapping. Sol back in, but the keeper keeps it out, and it's still 0-0. Tony Watt. Tony Watt gets into Kirk. It's Tony Watt. Oh, what a goal from the Scottish striker. Anthony Watt, Mr. Tony Watt, the man who scored that famous goal on that famous night in paradise. But more importantly, right now, he just scored a spectacular goal, his first goal for the club. He's came close many a time. Some people would say he's missed probably sitters so far this episode, but edge of the D, and he just managed to place it into that top bins area. We maybe get his number changed to the 32, but someone who's already at Hannover had that. But wow, the number 17 for now, Mr. Tony Watt. What a goal. Into the second half, Tony Watt's spectacular strike is the only thing separating the sides so far. Tony Watt gets it into Kirk. Tony Watt has received the ball back from Kirk. Oh, what a goal again. This man seems to be missing sitters, but he's scoring utter screamers. Nielsen will be worried about his spot, I'd imagine, as I drop him for 1 game, and Tony Watt goes, okay, I'll take my chance. His first start for the club, and he gets 2 goals. He's looking like a very good signing on transfer deadline day. We're signing with 1 hour to go, of course. Thomas. And it's Tony Watt. I thought he was about to get 3 there, but the keeper stops him this time. Tony Watt looks to be the difference. They've sent the keeper up, even though the result would stay the same, and it ends 2-0. I do like how they sent the keeper up at a 2-0 defeat. But Tony Watt, what a way to show you can actually score goals, and not just any goals, quality goals. Ron Robert Zieler will leave the club in January. That's right, the captain of Hannover will leave. If you're a big fan of Hannover, sorry for that. This is a career mode where if you're over the age of 30, you're not really that good according to FIFA. We know that's not the case in normal football with the virtual reality of playing on the consoles. You know, you see keepers playing till their 40s, but he'll be getting replaced. The replacement's already here in Valencia, so Zieler will play until January most likely. We're at home for a clash between the top of the table in Hannover and the bottom of the table. So because we're against the bottom of the table, a bit of rotation, you know, Kranjnit, or however you pronounce it, at the back. Valencia getting a start, which we'll probably see from January onwards especially. The Japanese fullback coming back in for Tojan. as well as Becker playing instead of the holding midfielder, Tony Watt keeping his place after that double. But yeah, bar that, it's the usual team, and all these players are probably good enough to be regular starters anyways. Thomas plays it through for Mr. Tony Watt. It's 3 goals in 2 games. I think it's his 4th game in total, but even if you go 3 goals in 4 games, that's still fantastic. It's just he's missed so many big chances because he's in the right place at the right time. But the last 2 games he's done very well. Unlucky not to get a hat-trick last game, but he gets his 3rd goal for the club now. Oh, it's an outside the boot pass, and Tony Watt sadly couldn't make it to Kirk to deliver. And it's Tony Watt! Yeah, and he's not looking out of place. I thought he might have looked a bit of a downgrade when I took Nielsen out for him. But Nielsen's probably looking from the bench now being like, wow, this man, he came in last second on deadline day and now he may have took my starting 11 spot. Half time, and as you can see, a handful for defenders indeed, as he's the difference yet again in back-to-back games so far. Oh, and Valencia concedes his near post. That is not a good goal to concede, especially against bottom of the league. He is very young, but with him being basically the exact same rating as Zila, I was kind of hoping he'd make those kind of saves, because Zila's making those sort of saves all the time, but maybe it's just Zila showing his experience. Oh, left back looks to cut back across. Kirk gets the shot off, keeper parries it away. Also back in, it gets into Tony Watt, and Tony Watt gets a hat-trick for the club at 4 goals. Is it? No, 5 goals it is in 4 games so far. It's full time, a big win at home as Tony Watt being the difference here. 4 attempts, 3 goals, getting a hat-trick for the club on his 4th game for the club. And we finish off today's episode with an away game at Sandhausen, and we went with a little bit of a different formation against one of the better sides in the league, as the table would say. I believe this side is 5th before this game started, and we went with a 4-4-2 with Tony Watt and Nielsen in the front 2. Hopefully that means lots and lots of goals. Tony Watt plays out wide. Oh, I saw back in. Plays into Tony Watt, plays it there. Nielsen, lovely little bit of play. I'm just so surprised how we managed to knock that around with little tiny passes, especially once we got really close to that goal. It started with Tony Watt, he plays out wide to Ola. Ola saw back and then gets it back into Tony Watt, who can then get into the number 14, who gets it into Nielsen. It's just a great team goal, and Nielsen gets his goal finally. Nielsen with a very skillful ball as Tony Watt is taken down. That's a yellow card for Sandhausen defender Dumic. Tony Watt drifting out wide here. Tony Watt. Nielsen, and wow, Nielsen at the double. He really needed these goals, as they too might have linked up there, but naturally we are in a 4-2-3-1 formation, so only one usually can start. But they are giving me some thoughts here. Maybe a 2-striker formation could maybe be possible in the future. Half time, 2-0 up. Tony Watt has been spectacular with us playing in that 4-4-2, not having that camera like we usually have. He's dropped in deep, and if I was to give you an easier idea, someone like a Harry Kane, like a striker who drops in a little bit deeper to play that ball, he's dropped in a little bit deeper, letting Nielsen be the out and out striker, and it's worked really well. Tony Watt, as I was just saying at half time, getting in that deeper role to try playing Nielsen through, and Nielsen unlucky not to get the hat trick there. And Zila concedes there, his near post. I was digging up Valencia a little bit last game when he conceded his near post, but it seems to be a theme between both of the keepers there. Nielsen taking that in, this time him and Tony Watt reversing there. Now it's Tony Watt that's the more attacking one. He tries to get one of those worldies that he scored already this episode. He needs an option. He might get Tony Watt as an option here as he knocks it back. Tony Watt might have not got the goal, but I was about to say, but it's alright. Our number 7 Norwegian superstar got it. With 2 minutes to go, the goal was offside. We just need to try and hold on. We spent this episode unbeaten, unlike the last, but go watch that if you haven't already. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.